Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the action continues now in the Quest Novice Super Featherweight division. So please put your hands together and welcome our first fighter into the arena, making his Quest Boxing League debut. Please make some noise and welcome Lloyd Carslake. And now we welcome his opponent into the arena. To the red corner, please make some noise, making his second appearance here in the league. And welcome, Rayth Smith! Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next battle of the evening. So introducing you to you first, standing in and boxing out of the blue corner, tonight representing Great Britain top team, making his Quest Boxing League debut. Please make some noise for Lloyd Carslake. His opponent tonight, standing across the ring, boxing out of the red corner. Tonight, representing Mickey's Boxing Gym. Please show your appreciation and welcome, Rayth Smith! This Novice Super Featherweight contest will be followed with 3 2-minute rounds. Our timekeeper of the bell, Mr. Peter McCann. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Kane Baker.
So next up tonight, we've got a Novice Super Featherweight contest. Debut for Lloyd Carslake and Rayth Smith, who's had one fight and lost it on Quest. He's got a big following, they're all standing behind me, cheering him on, all supporting Rayth. He's up against Lloyd Carslake, who's fighting out the Great Britain top team gym. As we see their fight earlier, Rhys Tiello calls an upset, and Rayth's going to not want to follow that route. Straight to action. And, Carslake is the one that's looking to press the action, whereas Rayth looking like the one who wants to just sort of stand back and have a look at what's in front of him. He's getting his hands go now.
Yeah, with these Southpaw Orthodox battles, it's always a case of that backhand. If you're Rayth Smith, just get your foot on the outside and just ping that right hand straight through Carslake's guard.
I always had a thing, Dan, when I was fighting Southpaws, and it's probably just my the petulant child in me. But they always used to say to me, you've got to get your foot on the outside. And I didn't mind trying it, but I always used to think, but that's what everyone tries doing against these guys.
Yeah.
So I used to think, do you know what, I'll go the other way. I don't mind going into their backhand because they're used to someone going the other way.
And that's why you never beat the Southpaw.
That's why I always got knocked out by Southpaws.
No, you're right, and I never massively agreed with that as well. There's multiple ways in which you can land against a Southpaw. I used to like the left hook to the body. My first 3 opponents in the pros were all Southpaws, so I used to quite enjoy fighting them. And like you say, it's just, you don't need to think about it too much. If you're following a Southpaw round, obviously adjust. It's good work there from Carslake, letting his shots go. And let's go with a little bit more width in Smith.
Do you know one of my one of my favourite fighters of all time. I always remember watching him. I can't remember who his opponent was, but it was a southpaw. Bernard Hopkins, the way he dealt with the southpaw, just those little tiny movements. He was always like tip-tapping with his feet, always readjusting, and yeah, he'd just get his feet in the right position and be able to let the shots go.
Yeah, he was a different level, Hopkins. Absolutely incredible. I mean, he put Joe Calzaghe on the floor. That's a good southpaw right there. Good work here from Smith. A little bit of a scrappier round so far. I wouldn't say scrappy in the sense, but it's hard to pick who's really done the best work there.
Yeah, same for me. I really can't pick a winner of that round. They were both landing, they were both throwing, and yeah, it was pretty evenly split. And do you know what, in a round like that, usually in between rounds, we'd sort of try and give a bit of advice on what we'll see, but it's difficult in a round like that, isn't it? Because neither really having much of an effect on the other. They're both sort of not cancelling each other out, because it's an enjoyable fight. Sometimes they just meet in the middle and let their shots go, and that's sort of what we've got in front of us here.
I think we've been a bit spoiled tonight, because often first rounds are feeling out processes. Don't get me wrong, when you've only got 3 rounds, it's difficult to always do that. But what we've always said with these shows is it's the adjustments in the second and the third round as the rounds go on. So I think if you're Carslake, yeah, that's a good shot coming in. Oh, good
I was
work.
mentioning as the fight started, Dan, when I said that Lloyd Carslake is from the same gym that Rhys Rizzitiello was from, and or is from. And yeah, Rayth Smith, he's got a big support behind us, and he's got to make sure he doesn't fall foul for the same thing that Rizzitiello did, was just landing those shots, but he's getting caught at the moment.
If you're Carslake, you've just got to sit down on your shots a little bit more, not be as erratic. And I mean, sort of ping the shots, because you just threw a lot of hooks to the head there up top, but there was such a huge target available for the body if you just sit and actually ping the shot through with your body. Carslake's definitely bossing this second round so far.
Yeah, he looks the more relaxed of the two, and he's definitely landing more of the shot. But you know what I mean? Look, Rayth Smith's 20 years of age, and he's up against Lloyd Carslake, who's 25. Carslake looks a lot older, doesn't he, in his body? He's always saying in boxing about getting the man strength and that. And I wonder if I was actually talking about this yesterday to someone about how I don't feel like I've really got my man strength till I was like 23. And perhaps Rayth, his position here, he's not getting out strength, but so you know what I'm saying, just in the body, Carslake looks a bit stronger, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. It's been better work here from Smith in the last sort of 30 seconds, but we haven't really seen anything land clean. Whereas from Carslake we've seen that. We've seen at the start of this round, I think he slightly hurt Smith. I don't think it was anything drastic. But he's just out hustling Carslake here. That's good work again.
Good work there from Smith. You know what, sometimes, like what he did there, sometimes you need to just push your opponent in the corner and let a couple of shots go. Yeah, it's another close round, isn't it? I think for me, Carslake dominated the majority of it. But Smith had his success as well.
It was better work there from Smith at the end of the round, but I'm giving that to Carslake that round. I think and there were some nice crafty tricks in there, just turning his opponent against the ropes as well when he was backed up. I like stuff like that. But just basically, for the first kind of minute or just over a minute or so, he was in complete control. So I'm going to give him that second round.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the way that Rayth Smith reacted towards the end of that round. It's almost like he went, I've got to do something here, let's crack on. And yeah, hats off to him. Round, it's going to be an interesting one, because for me, I really struggled to split him in that first round. I'm with you, I'd give Carslake that last round. And,
Carslake throws that nice. It's not a check hook, but it's kind of that hook as Rayth Smith comes in. Times him well with it. I would like to see him target the body more. Smith holds his hands very high. Just bend your knees slightly and just put a left hand to that solar plexus or that left uppercut up close. Give yourself that kind of mid-range distance as he comes in, because Smith is coming in. Drive that shot in. He'll slow Smith down. Yeah, nice left hand there as well. If you're Smith as well, I think don't load up as much and everything.
I was just thinking exactly the same thing. I can't remember the last time in this fight he threw a jab. Just poked a jab out there.
Yeah, because Carslake is quite slick. He sort of uses the shoulder, kind of a tight, little bit of a Philly shell at times, and he can twist his body and ride the shots off. You've got to penetrate that guy. If you throw big shots, you can always ride off the shoulders or roll off. Again, this is another Carslake round for me. He's boxing nicer. Yeah, just like that, just kind of riding shots as he escapes. Don't get me wrong, he's the older of the two. You know,
I like the way Smith boxes though. He's just up against it tonight. I think he's probably just fell short a little bit tonight against his opponent, Carslake. But he looks like a fighter that's got bags of potential.
Oh, 100%. It's a good fight for him. It's nice spoiling work from Carslake. I think he's done enough to control this round. It's still a tight one, but I just don't think Smith's work has been effective enough. Oh, good shot coming in.
Yeah, that was another. That's fight number 5. We've had 5 really good fights now.
Yeah.
Really good performance from the pair of them now. I think for me, I think you'll agree, Carslake got the edge. But yeah, plenty to work on for both of them. But like I say, I really like what Rayth Smith. I like the fact that I can see someone there with bags of potential. Carslake himself, he's come out and he's found something that worked after that first round, and he kept with it. He kept working with it. I think it was 3 relatively close rounds. The first round I couldn't split them at all. But for me, I would say Carslake gets the nod.
Yeah, it was just slightly more effective. I mean, neither man really stamped their authority in the fight. If you were going to pick one of them, it would have been Carslake that done it more so. I think the enthusiasm was there from Smith. He was very game. He was very skillful as well. But I think it's just a little more subtleties needed with a style like a slick southpaw. If you throw the big shots and they're able to ride them off, just kind of feint a little bit, kind of hit the chest, tap a shot, bang, curl it round. There's a good shot he threw in the first round, I think. A big looping right hand round the guard. Kind of like when Juan Manuel Marquez dropped Pacquiao the first time in their 4th fight. That looping long shot. You just got to think outside the box slightly. Good fight for both. For me, it's Carslake's fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both boxers now in the ring. But ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. With a majority decision, your winner of the bout in the blue corner, Lloyd Carslake.
Majority decision there for Carslake. Like you said, it's a close fight. It's hard to split, but I think the right man won.
Yeah, I agree. And I actually thought during the fight, I didn't say it, but I thought to myself, you know what, this might be one of them fights where, depending on where you're sitting on the side of the ring, you might be seeing something slightly different, because the first round was dead close. And listen, if that round went to Smith, and Carslake is a round behind going in, I think he clearly got the second round. The last round for me was a little bit tighter. I thought he'd done enough. Yeah, so for me, the right winner, but in a very close fight, and I think both of them will do well and learn from it.